Alright everybody, here we are, the fencer. Get ready for it, we're building it. This is a square base that I think any beginner should be able to build. It's a good base. You can furnish it how you'd like. I'm going to demonstrate how I would furnish it. There's lots of places where you could put boxes, and hell, you could add on another floor, really, if you really needed to. But this is like a 5-story base, then the 5th floor would be a heli garage. And so it's just basic 2x2 that has half wall jumps that are offset, so you don't have to hold the crouch key and do like 180, jump up the half wall, 180. It's kind of got some ergonomics to it, I guess you'd say. And so here's the shell, building it up, and it's pretty simple base. And this is why I'm saying anybody could build this base, because it's just squares and walls. There's no triangular things going on here. But okay, so on the second floor you can see I put twig tiles, floor tiles, so you can put the piece that is required to do the ramp peaks. And so if you guys ever built those raid bases with the ramp, you want to put one of those in front of the window, raised up, and you can see there that by having those two tiles, those twig tiles, with the ramps on them, you upgrade them and blow out the bottom floor tile, and these ramps will levitate, like you see here. And you got yourself some nice little ramp peaks into the shell. And it's really good if you're getting raided, because then you can shoot down onto the raiders from your 3rd floor that's pretty secure. Now, before we build up more peaks that would peek into the compound, we're going to build this little fence compound. Now, I'll link a video to the fence idea. And so I'm speeding it up here. It's just, I'm using stability to float these frames. That way there's less build cost. And so building this base, you're gonna want to build it in a relatively flat spot, or this whole like floating frame idea might not work too well. And I mean, if it doesn't work too well, you could always tack on another level to the frame. And I'll link the video and you can see what that might look like. And yeah, so you're going to use deployables. So you're going to use the combiner, and you're going to pipe 2 layered pipe like you see here, and that is going to prevent people from laddering and twigging onto your fence. And I put the combiner behind the frame, that way they can't melee out the combiner. They have to pop into the compound. And so I mean, the only way you'd get into the compound is you had like a friend to boost you in, or you had like a horse or something. And so, but here is a simpler, more lazy man way of doing it. You get 4 combiners and do the same thing, the 2 pipe stack idea, and the ladder just refuses to go on the thing. And so I'm kind of playing with this whole like anti-ladder idea. It can be difficult. So here you can see also the turret. This is what makes it really overpowered, is the 2 layered fence and the turret. Now, it isn't to say that you can't get raided because you got fences and a turret. Anything can be raided. But so here you can see me, I'm putting up the peaks. And this is the ramp peak thing that's going to be required. So you're going to build embrasure windows onto those frames you see there. That's why I had to put the floor tile. And so this is what it looks like getting up to that 4th floor with the ramp peaks. And so more windows, more ceilings. And if you need a refresher on the ramp thing, you put a twig frame, you raise up a ramp, and you have the lower ramp, and I mean the higher raised ramp basically hangs onto the lower ramp, and you get these sick ramp peaks. They're nothing new, really. This has been in the game for a while. Not too sure who discovered it, but You just see it, and it's a good peek. Because this base isn't using externals, and so this is a good way to get peeks into your compound without the gun, like with the door peaks, right? The gun goes flying. But so you put the boxes here. You get some campfires for mobility, and that way you don't have to jump on these boxes. And you can, you get better recoil when you crouch and shoot a gun. So that's why that's there. And so this is the heli garage going on here, and the battery room will be in there as well. And yeah, it's a pretty sick heli garage. You could probably fit like 2, maybe 3 minis in there. You could park a Scrappy on the larger portion there, but I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. And so here's the turbines. You can fit 4 turbines onto this roof. 5 if you didn't land a heli. Actually, wait, I don't think you'd be able to fit 5. This one here would have to go like right in the center, I think, if you want to fit 5. But and anyways, so 4 turbines, 2 solar panels, and you're gonna have 2 generators, and so these things are all gonna charge 2 batteries evenly. So 2 turbines, 1 solar panel, and 1 generator, root compound to charge 1 battery, and you're gonna have 2 of those circuits. And this is gonna provide enough energy to power a heap load of sentry guns. And so you're going to root combine these batteries as well. You don't see me do it here, but I do root combine the batteries. And so the nice thing about having the power room on the roof is it's really easy to set all this stuff up without it just taking a whole lot of time. And I guess you'd be like, well, what if they top down you, then they take out all the sentry guns? Well, you're going to have a sentry gun defending this power room, and you just pray to God that they don't top down your base, basically. Which, I mean, any base gets top down. It's like, that's like the raiding meta, honestly. So here's my loot room. You guys can do the loot room however you feel. I'm just using a conveyor system to disperse the loot, organize the loot. And you got 2 beds. You could fit 3. It'd just be really difficult to do the jump up. And so here's the splitter into splitters, splitting into splitters. And if you look at how I did that there, pause it here, you can see that 2 root compound batteries splitting like that, you get evenly 10 rust watts across each port. And I mean, I'll link the schematic for restoration so you guys could see. And yeah, so I mean, I'll link another video about this like furnace thing here. This is just like my daisy chain, get as many furnaces as you can. And so you put the furnace on the outer layer, so when the raiders raid in, you got furnaces you could use as like cover. And so I mean, I'm showing here too, I'm using a solar panel into a small battery to make this system separate from the whole other circuit. And yeah, I'll just link the video. You can see this is just a daisy chained furnaces. You get more furnaces as you raid, you put them down. And the sweet spot is like 22 furnaces, I find. And you got really good charcoal and smelting capabilities. Now, I know a lot of people will be like, well, that's a lot of wood. And I do call them the wood chippers. And I don't have any electric furnaces here, but yeah, no, you do want electrical furnaces somewhere, especially when you go offline. And so these furnaces are communicating with my organizational system going on here. Now I'll link another video to that. And so it's just, all these boxes and everything are combined so it can communicate with this organizer thing here. And I mean, I'll link a video. It's an old video I did, and it still works, so haven't changed it. And yeah, it builds the kits and it does all that. It's a really good base, guys. I feel like anybody could have a good wipe in this base. Upgrade it to metal. Get the HQM core. Get some more sentry guns. And I wish you guys good luck. You know, let me know if you build it and have a good wipe with it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Now's the time to like and subscribe. Those that hung on to the very end here, thank you for watching. Appreciate you. And everybody that's new, welcome, welcome. And yeah, we'll get some more content for you guys soon, and I'll see you guys later.